Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lauren Loves Color. This is Lauren. I am coming to you with my April plans and goals, as well as my April color along. I just want to give a little bit of information about where I am, though. March was a really difficult month for me. Stress with work has really gotten to kind of a high point for me. We're rolling out a lot of new projects, and so there's just a lot of things going on all at one time. That stress has really had an impact on my health. And it's not only just work, but it's just home. My daughter had surgery just a couple of weeks ago. She hasn't been sleeping through the night very well prior to that surgery. My son has started to have, nightmares off and on. He's just at that age where that happens sometimes. So he hasn't slept that great some nights. And so we've just had a very, very busy household. And so stress has really kind of started to get to me. And so I've started to have some health problems of my own. Nothing serious, but just things manifested like stress. My blood pressure's been a little higher than what I would like it at. And I've started to have some gastrointestinal issues is just what I'll say. Nothing serious, nothing life-threatening, nothing that's kind of like a long-term issue or problem. It's just that I haven't been feeling my best. And so I have seen doctors and have had some tests and procedures done. And I feel like we're on the right plan for treatment. But one of the things is that my doctors have really stressed to me as well is that I need to decrease my stress level. I need to take care of myself. So my plans for April are going to be in alignment with that. I have really, really enjoyed pushing out, content, coloring a lot, interacting with you all. But there are some things I can change in my life and some things that I can't. I can't change my family, nor would I want to. That would not be the stressor that I would want to decrease because my family brings me so much joy. Spending time with my kids, being with them is truly one of the biggest things that makes me the most happy. Secondly, is I can't really change much about my job. I love my job and I absolutely love what I do. Yes, it is very stressful at times. I'm going to work on managing my calendar a little bit more, trying to give myself a little more free time, not do so much just eating while I'm working, through lunch, giving myself a couple, breaks throughout and giving myself permission to not take on some new projects with work, things like that. But thirdly, the biggest part of my life is coloring. And while coloring is a stress reliever, pushing out content and doing YouTube is not something that I have to do. And it does in its own way create some extra stress. There's pressure to film videos, edit them, reply. And I love interacting with everybody. I love pushing out content, but I probably won't be doing it at the frequency or cadence of what I have been doing prior. So you'll probably see a video throughout the month of April every 3 to 5 days for me. Just know and understand it's just a part of me kind of just helping to get through the month of April. We also have for work, it is performance reviews for my nursing staff. So all of my licensed nurses I have to do performance reviews on, which is about 30 people. So I pretty much spend all of my time throughout the month of April meeting with those people, going through their performance evaluations, talking to them, giving them feedback, and working with them on goals for the next year. So that takes up all of my daytime during the day typically. And then after work, which is when I'm usually coloring and filming, usually I am trying to work ahead and review more performance evaluations and try to prepare myself and get ready. So April has just traditionally been a really, really tough month for me with work. And it's something that I kind of have to buckle down and just say, I know that this is going to absorb my life for a few weeks and then I can move on for the rest of the year. So just want to give a little disclaimer about that. The good news is April leads towards my birthday, which is in May. My birthday is May 4th. So that's coming up in about a month from now. And so I am really excited about that. I have a lot of coloring books and supplies on my Amazon wish list. And so it's quite likely that my friends and family may buy some things for me that I'll get to play around with in the month of May. So I anticipate May to kind of pick up the pace a little bit more. Things will start to slow down a little bit with work too, which will make things, and I'll be kind of closing out some projects with work. So that should make things a little bit easier for me. So just know I am still here. I'm still around. I'm doing well. But I have to just prioritize, just like any of you. All of you guys go through things like that too in life, and not everything is constant and steady. And so for me, color tube is just going to take just a little bit of a step back, a mini step back for a little while, to manage kind of some of my stress, get things under control, make sure I'm getting plenty of sleep and rest so that I can be my best version of myself. March still has been a really productive month for me. I've gained over 50 Instagram followers, over 91 YouTube subscribers, and then there were 61 people who participated in my color along for the month of March. So if you were one of those, thank you. I really appreciate it and really appreciate you participating. This has been a lot of fun to do a color along every month, and I've really enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and get into my April plans. Number 1. I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit as well, if my watch will stop being frozen. There we go. So the first thing is, and it's going to be a little bit hard to see, is that I want to post additional color charts. I have gotten such good feedback about the Google Sheets that I've posted for the color charts for Color Questopia, and so I want to post more color charts for other illustrators and color by number books, so that you can match your markers. I kind of already have the color charts listed, like they're on little sticky notes throughout my books. I just need to put them in Google Sheets. So I'm going to try to get off my lazy butt and do that. I also have with my Copics, I've had a couple of people inquire about my Copic matches. I've gotten all of my Copic markers in now, and I have been color testing them. So that's part of the reason I haven't posted some of these color charts, is because I've created the charts, but I haven't colored a page with the markers. And sometimes I find that when I start to color with the markers, I kind of go, well, I thought that was a good color match, but it isn't really. And so I change them. And so I've been trying throughout the rest of March to color test these to make sure I feel really confident about the color selections and choices that I am offering to you guys. So the authors and illustrators that I plan on publishing on that document is going to be Sachin, Sachdeva, who have gotten the most requests for, Jade Summer, Bulba Family, Sunlife, and Shershneva. So I will post color charts for all of them. They are going to be in a Google Sheet document. If you're not familiar with where this lives, it's in a Google Sheet document. If you go down into the description box of this video, there is a, what they call like a link tree link. It goes to a link tree, and it's a website that has all of different links to different things like my social media and stuff, but you'll see one that says Color Questopia color chart. I will change the name of that to just say color chart, and on each sheet in that Google Doc will have a different author and the matches for the colors. So I want to do that in April just to give back to you guys as a little gift, something that's free of charge to you, but just something so that you can see. So if you have Callie or Hoohoo's, whatever, Copics, that you can match your colors to those and just use those as a recommendation. You don't have to use them, but just a general recommendation, you can use those. So I will be doing that for the month of April for those who have been asking. Number 2 is 10 books to finish. This is a goal that I am continuing on, that I have been doing all year. From the 10 books to finish hashtag, this just gives me kind of a general focus to say, okay, Lauren, get on top of the books that you committed to saying that you really enjoyed, and keep working towards those. I always do 4 pages a month is my goal, and I just leave it open-ended. It can be from the same book, different books, different things like that, and so I just want to continue on that path. Number 3, a new book. This is from the 10 books to start hashtag or tag that I participated in this past month as well. I want to start a new book. I have purchased a couple of books for my reward system, and I haven't colored a single thing out of them, which is very odd for me because they're books I'm really interested in. So I want to just take one book I have uncolored right now, and color a picture out of it. I always find that a little bit fun, and sometimes it's just that the book might be slightly intimidating to me, or I don't have a rhythm or color matches yet, and so I want to just take a book. I want to start it and just create a new image. So that's going to be kind of my push goal for this month. 4, 5, and 6 are all the exact same, which is that they are completely blank. Like I said, trying to live a stress-free month for the month of April, and so part of that is not overdoing it, not creating too many goals. I usually have a buddy color goal on here as well. What I have found is that I usually find myself really pressured to reach out to people at the beginning of the month to try to buddy color to just meet my goal, and I don't want it to be that way this month. I really want it to be fluid and easygoing. So if you want to buddy color with me, reach out to me. I'm happy to do that. Buddy colors are something honestly that I really, really enjoy. and I find a lot of pleasure in. So I am going to be continuing buddy coloring throughout the month of April. I'm just not going to set a goal that I have to do a certain number of them. So if I don't get any requests to buddy color, no big deal at all. If I get one request to buddy color, awesome. But I just don't want to have something tied to where I feel like I have to meet a certain number or a certain demand. And then lastly, my color along. So my color along for the month of April is hashtag April animal coloring. We all have a ton of books that have animals in them. I'm a huge animal lover for coloring. I prefer to color animals typically over people. And so I just thought, why not give myself an opportunity to, color some cute animals, color in some coloring books. And I didn't want to restrict this month to a particular illustrator or to a particular, just one type of book, but just to leave it pretty open for whatever you feel like you want to color. So those are my goals for April. So I wanted to leave a couple of suggestions for some books to look forward to me coloring for the month of April. So let's go into that. These are just going to be some suggestions in case you're looking for something. One is going to be my Color by Number Christmas Mosaics by Sunlife Drawing. I have been participating in the Jolly Coloring 2021 color along with Danny Buttons. I try to do about 2 pages a month out of this book. March, I may not make it. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to color 2 pages out of this book by March, but there's actually a lot of animals, as you'll see in this book. And so Sunlife Drawing, I would say most of their books have animals in them, if not all of the ones that I own. And so I figure this can maybe knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, and I can just get some additional pages done in this book that have an animal theme. Like, actually, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that well, but this page here is actually just a whole bunch of animals, and that's the next page I have to color. This one doesn't have animals, but this one does. Has a horse. This one has some reindeer. This is a cat. So, I mean, there are plenty in here that have animals. A dog, plenty in here that have animals that I can just continue to color in this book, and kind of get a couple things done. This also goes towards my 10 books to finish for 2021, so it counts towards that. So this, I thought, was something I could continue in. Next is my absolute favorite series of books for 2021 thus far. This is Kara Shershneva, Color by Colors. This is her very first book she released, Puzzle Animals, and I love this series of books. She's made some improvements. This was her very first one that she did, but still, this is a really big joy to color in. The outlines, the color outlines are a little bit thinner than what they are in her other books, but they're still easy to see. And actually, if you colored in the other books, I think I'll have a much easier time coloring in this book now because I'm much more familiar with what the outline colors are and kind of what they look like. So I want to get some more done in this book. Anything that has this kind of green sticky note at the top was actually for the scavenger hunt for Danny Buttons. And so I've been kind of slowly coloring images out of for the scavenger hunt, and so I do want to continue with that. So I do have this elephant guy here. Banana was the was what I was looking for the scavenger hunt, and there are some lovely bananas right there. And so this might be a good one for me to color. I, as you know, have a whole bunch of Copic markers now to match all of my books, and this would be a good one to test my color matches on because of the large number of colors that is in this page, and just because I think it will get, again, it'll knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. It will help just ensure that my color matches are good, and it will complete a scavenger hunt image for me. So really, really love this book. I love using Copic markers on this glossy paper. It's just, it's awesome. If you're looking to go a little more budget friendly, this comes from the Dollar Tree. This is the Kickback and Color by Number Animals. This again is just so easy. It is literally you can download some music to play along with these. Now I've heard quite a few people talk about having purchased these books. Has anybody listened to the music yet? Because I really want to listen to it and listen to the music while I color. I just keep forgetting to do that each time. I've only colored out of this book once, but I keep forgetting that I can download music to it. But these are just fun, simple, and easy kind of, again, mindless coloring, not having to worry too much about this book. And gosh, if you mess up a page, they're literally $1. The paper quality isn't great on these, but Alicia from Captured Moments Paper Crafts actually had a really great idea where she Xerox copied these images out of this book, put them together in a book herself with better quality paper. I thought that was a brilliant idea. And so you can color on nicer paper, considering these images are really, really fun and easy. And I think these would photocopy very, very well. So I thought that was a fantastic idea. I will show you, I did do a page out of here. I did it in permanent marker. And I did this for the scavenger hunt. I did this little otter guy here. He's really cute. I really enjoy doing this. I did this back in early February. This is really, really fun. So really enjoy this. Quick, simple, fun, easy coloring, great time. Another thing to think about are your Disney books. So your Disney books are obviously going to have a ton of animals in them. This is the Love Stories book. This again would be knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone because I have not started this book. I have really fallen in love. Ooh, I've got actually a little bit of page tear at the top here. I have fallen in love with these Disney books because of how simple they are. The squares are quite a bit larger than like the 3x3 squares in some of the Belba Family books. I use my super tips in here. It's got a pretty limited color palette. It's not very big. I use the dot method in here, and I think the images turn out fantastic. So I have really fallen in love with these books. I think I want to continue coloring in these. And again, this would be a new book to start for me. And while there are like, just give you a sneak peek at some of the images, while there are a lot of human couples in here, there are also some non-human couples as well. So like Perdita and Pongo. So lots and lots and lots of animals in here as well, plenty to color and to have fun with. So I think I will thoroughly enjoy maybe getting some coloring done in this book or some of my other Disney books. Your animals can also don't have to be traditional animals. They can be fantastical animals. They don't have to just be the normal animals that you think of. So this is the unicorn book. I did this buddy color with Ren Kelly, and I really, really love the unicorn book. It's one of my absolute favorites. And one of the things that I'm planning on doing on these is the actual unicorn horn in each of the pages. Is I used a dual metallic to color the horn, and I absolutely love that effect. So I want to do that for each of the horns in this Color Questopia book, because the horns here are just one color, so they're nothing like, you know, amazing. And so I kind of want to zhuzh it up a little bit, give it a little bit of a twist, and do something with some dual metallics. I have a ton of dual metallic gel pens, and so this is a perfect opportunity to use that. And the Color Questopia books are so simple and relaxing and easy, and so there's like no pressure in these. It's not like coloring a non-color by number book. It's just going back to what I know, the OG of color by number for me, and just having a nice relaxing time. So I plan on doing that in some of these books, and maybe this unicorn book. I have quite a few other Color Questopia animal types of books, but I don't think a lot of them are black backgrounds. So the black background for me is kind of what sells it now. If I want to do something kind of medium level complexity, this book is fantastic. This is the 50 Animal Mandala Color by Number by Sachin Sachdeva. This book is wonderful. It is just packed full of these just gorgeous images of animals. All of these books I have done flip-in reviews on, I believe. This one I know I have done for sure, and I love this book. It's beautiful. You do have to use, the line work is a little bit thinner. You do need to use, like, I use my Teo Tree markers for this book, something a little bit thinner of an alcohol marker to get into some of these fine spaces. But all of the images I have seen out of this book are just amazing. The colors are stunning and beautiful. And so this is a really great one if I feel like maybe I want to do something slightly more complex. The colored image I have shown I think a million times now, but it is of this just stunning horse. I use distressings in the backgrounds, but I just really love the color combination. Even if you just take the background out, the combination of colors that he used for the flowers in the image are just beautiful. So I really, really love that. There's plenty of animals to choose from in here. Like this little happy sloth guy is really cute. So there's just plenty of fun and exciting things to do in this book. And I think this is a great opportunity to color something out of here. And it's 50 pages, so you've got quite the selection. And then last but not least, I can't leave out Bulba Family. I definitely, when I first thought about this hashtag, this was the first book I thought of. This is my absolute favorite 3x3 book by the Bulba Family, is the Mystery Mosaics Wow Animals. They also recently came out with the Wow Africa book, which has got to be maybe by the similar artist because it's a very similar style. It's these just stunningly beautiful classic images of animals with like a little bit of a twist. So even on the back, you can kind of see some of the images here. There's like a snake in donuts. There's these cute little fat birds with cherry backgrounds. The animal here, the deer and the elephant, are done in kind of these funky colors. So it's just something unique and different and fun. I've done a couple of pages in here. I did this like cute unicorn with this girl kind of hugging her unicorn, kind of like dreaming about an actual unicorn. And this is really stunning. I used the X method in here and really thought these pages turned out great. And I did this little bunny, which was really cute. So yeah, I haven't touched this book since it looks like maybe October. Ooh, I didn't even date this one. I haven't touched this book probably since October. Really need to kind of come back to it because this was kind of what originally got me into the Bulba Family books, and the Bulba Family 3x3mm square books. And so they do take a little bit more time to do, but the images in this one in particular are just so stunning that it really kind of, this one calls to me more than anything else. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for continuing to support me. Congratulations to the 3 winners who won my 1K giveaway. That was really exciting and fun for me to do, and I will have more giveaways in the future. So if you didn't win, just stay tuned, and we will do some more giveaways in the upcoming months. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're happy and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will probably be my completed pages for the month of March. So I look forward to seeing you then. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.